Hey, good day, folks. In this one, we're going to go over how to create our animations and switch them up. Okay, so we're going to have two parts to this. We're going to need to create animations for our like different objects, and then we're going to also have to change the animation controllers. So let's go ahead and do the easy part first. We're going to initially do the player object, will be the one getting the animations. But we can have it set up with, I'm going to do both. Okay, so we're going to do the enemies and that. Okay, so I just for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm not going to really be taking a ton of time going over the, like making sense of the animations. I'm just going to grab some. Okay, so I had imported some sprites. We're going to make it so that the animation for this is going to be these three things. This is going to replace our player idle. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just do a shift click like that, and then go ahead and drag that to our player object. That's going to say, hey, I want to create an animation. We're going to call this my new. It's all caps. My new player animation. My new player idle. Okay, set that to our. You can put that in the animations folder. And I'm working from the complete game folder. And then let's just put that there. Okay. So now I have this, where did it go here? My new player idle. There it is. Okay, and you can see I've done my tests. Let's go to our animator controller. Let's open that up. And then let's go to animations. And then what we're going to be doing is we should see there's that new player idle. Okay, but you can also just add that by clicking and dragging into the animation controller. So I'm just going to delete that now. So there's the one I want. So what we're going to do is we're going to say here my player new idle, the animation we just created and added to the controller. We're going to do a right click on that, and we're going to say here set as layer default state. So that means then when the game starts, you're going to go ahead and that's going to be the entry point. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing we had done before as far as we got to make some transitions. We're going to make it a combination so that when the player gets hit, it's actually going to be the enemy attack. It's going to turn into a skeleton. But this is basically you would create an animation for the player object of them getting hit, or their hurt animation. So I'm just going to drag this in, and then what we'll do is just say here, make transition, drag it there. And we're going to take advantage of the same parameters that we had used before as far as chop and hit. We're going to go ahead with player, now we say enemy one attack, and we're going to set our same thing as far as adding the transition state to it. So I click on that little arrow there. The condition is going to be player hit. And we're going to do the same thing we did before as far as the settings, as far as we don't want an exit time, we don't want a fixed duration, we want it immediately to go into attack. We go ahead then and make a transition back to our player idle. We set this so that we want, has an exit time, the exit time is 1. And I think we do fixed duration gets disabled. I honestly, I would have to look back at that. But anyways, let's check it out. Let's check this out. I'm going to turn this down a second here. So I should have a very strange player idle. You see, it looks a little weird. So now let's go to player hit. Now let's see what this looks like. Make sure it works. Yep. So you see when I get hit, it changes. So there we go. That's how you reskin and change the animations. Let's also do the enemies while I'm there, just so we can kind of just get this going. All right. The easiest thing to do is going to be to just click and drag the prefab up into the hierarchy. And then what you'll do is you'll repeat the process where let's just set it so that it's, I don't know, this column and this column, and then this column. We're going to just drag that to the enemy, and that's going to ask us to say, we're going to call this my new enemy idle, whatever. Put that in the animations folder. And now we're going to go to the enemy one animation controller. Okay. And now we see here, we've got this new enemy idle. We need to change this to the new enemy idle. So we right click on say layer default state. And we do the same process as far as creating the transition. I just want to see if this works. Hopefully it does. And there it is. Looks very interesting indeed. So yeah, that's how you do it, folks. I wish you the best of luck.